Hello, thank you for joining us. This is One-on-One with Gabriel Gonzalez. I am your host. Joining me once again is Mesa County Commissioner Janet Rowland. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for having me.
Of course. Thank you for coming back. I enjoyed our first conversation about adoptions and fostering here in Mesa County. But today we want to talk about, a little bit different, something different. We are talking about the resolution that Mesa County is a non-sanctuary county. So first, and then also the letter that was sent to Denver's mayor. So first, talk to me a little bit about the resolution, and then let's go into the letter that was sent by the Mesa County Commissioners.
Sure. We felt it was really important to clarify the fact that Mesa County is not a sanctuary county, as has been reported in different venues, different media outlets, and also by a statement by Mayor Johnston in Denver. We wanted to clarify, first of all, this is nothing against those who immigrant here. We are pro-immigrants. We were founded on that. But there has to be a process, and the process we have protects both our current citizens as well as those coming in. We need to protect those who are here from communicable diseases and making sure criminals aren't the ones coming in. But then we also need to protect the immigrants themselves, right? To say, come here, for Denver to say, come here, we're a sanctuary city, and not be able to provide everything they need, that's cruel. And then to just send them off to other communities, it's just not the right way to handle things. And especially in Mesa County, we have trouble even meeting the needs of our own residents, our own taxpayers. We have 2,300 unsheltered people in Mesa County. This doesn't count the people that might be doubled up and sharing housing with someone else, couch surfing. These are people who are 100% unsheltered. We have 2,300 of them here already. We have 46,000 residents of Mesa County on some type of public assistance. Could be LEAP, helping with utilities, child care assistance, food stamps. That's 1/3 of our population. And when you consider we have a 3% unemployment rate, these are working people trying to just get by. If we have extra to help anyone, we should be helping out our own taxpayers. And we just simply can't take on anymore.
Yeah, absolutely. We've been following this story since it broke, I believe, I don't know, no more than 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
So, we understand that, and we've reported, y'all's main concern, the Mesa County Commissioner's main concern is really focusing on the people that are here right now, Mesa County residents, and really, focusing on their health, especially their jobs and things like that. Tell me about the letter that y'all sent to the Denver mayor.
We had heard, there was an article came out where he had made a comment that he'd been in conversations with Grand Junction and Fort Collins, and we wanted to clarify that that's not the case, and we believe he might be having some conversations with some of the nonprofits that are here. And so we thanked him for clearing it up, and he did, after our mayor contacted him, apologized and cleared up that he wasn't going to plan to send anybody here, at least in large buses. But we felt it was important for him to understand, first of all, our school district is the 3rd lowest funded school district in the state out of 178 schools. Our 2 hospitals in 2022 alone spent over $18 million in unreimbursed medical care. We have seniors on the wait list for Meals on Wheels. It would take us $400,000 just to clean up the wait list just for this year. And so we wanted to stress to the mayor that, again, we are trying to take care of our own that live here, our taxpayers, our residents, our families, our seniors, our veterans, and we just simply can't take any more from Denver.
Yeah. No, I know, you're not going to be able to tell me the answer to this because it's a lot bigger than a conversation, but how do we try and fix those problems with the school district, with the seniors that are on Meals on Wheels wait list, with the hospitals that you mentioned getting $18 million in unreimbursed medical costs? How do we go forward? Because that seems like those are really big hurdles to try and get over for our own residents. And yes, we're not taking any migrants or immigrants or anything like that, but how do we go forward with the people that are already here and people who are moving here that have nothing to do with the immigrant problem or anything like that, but just moving here for maybe for jobs or things like that?
It is a difficult situation. I don't think I have the solution for all of them, and I think that's why we're so concerned is we are already stressed with what we can't do. We can't take any more. To paraphrase a quote by, I think it was Bob Carter, poor planning on Denver's part does not constitute an emergency on Mesa County's part. And for them to be irresponsible and say, come one, come all, we'll take care of you, and then not be able to take care of them, that's cruel to the immigrants that believed them. And then to pass them off onto other communities who simply aren't prepared is just wrong.
Yeah, for sure. So what about, so I'm from Texas, and I'm very...
I gathered by the y'all.
I try and suppress that sometimes, but sometimes it just comes out.
That's awesome.
So the Texas governor, he'll bus migrants to, I believe he's bused them to Denver, but, all over places like that. I'm assuming that would not happen here in Grand Junction. You know, we wouldn't get a bus of migrant. What
Right.
would happen if that? What would go forward if that happened?
Well, I don't fault the governor of Texas, and I think he was right, because he's trying to get help on the border, and he's getting 100% of those impacts, right? And so if you have cities that are saying, oh, we'll take them, then he sent them there. So I understand why he would do that. We are making clear we're not an immigrant or a sanctuary county, so I would think those wouldn't come. We do have fears, though, that Denver or other places like that who now are overwhelmed might try and send some our way. Whether or not it's a bus of 40 people or some other manner to get them here, we've been told that they're given cars in Denver, and some of them have come that way. They're fast tracking them to have driver's license. That's hearsay, I haven't confirmed that, but it may not be what we're fearing of large buses, but they might be trickling in other ways. And we just simply want to say we can't handle it. And especially, you know, we do have really great nonprofits here, very well-intentioned, want to help the vulnerable, and I love that about them and about our community. But if they're insinuating to Denver or some other location, we'll take care of them. You know, maybe they can provide them food and coats, maybe blankets, but if they can't provide health care and education and housing, again, it's cruel to say, come and we'll take care of you, when we're not prepared to do that.
Yeah, yeah. So some might say that it's fair to declare us a non-sanctuary county. What about those who might think it's fair, but what about those also who would like to help? What should those people do, you know, go to Denver and volunteer, send money, you know, what's a way that somebody can get involved, even if they agree that we don't have the resources here in Mesa County? How can somebody get involved?
That's a great question. And you know, we had a group of churches came together about a year ago and brought in 5 families from another country, and I can't remember the details, but they had a very thorough plan, and they had 5 other families that opened up their homes to let them come and stay until they could get a job, get on their feet, be gainfully employed. That's the way to do it right? And they did it legally. They went through the process, all the vetting, and I think that's the way we need to be helping people, is actually being prepared to help them.
Yeah, of course. Well, thank you for coming. Listen, this is a very important topic.
It is.
You don't have all the answers. I don't have all the answers, you know, so it's something that we all work toward, but informing the community that Mesa County is a no sanctuary county. From y'all's resolution, you know, it's very important that we get the word out. So thank you for coming today. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, you're welcome. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.